Hey there metalheads, Fakurak22 here, welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna talk about what Megadeth confirmed a couple of days ago. We already knew, but still a huge band in metal history, so we have to talk about this. Dave Mustaine confirmed Megadeth is going to cover Right Lining on their last record. So now let's dig into all the info we can find out there, what Dave Mustaine said already about this cover, so we can have an idea of how this cover is going to sound. And of course, let's talk about what we think about all this then. So let's start. Well, the first thing and almost the only thing I could find out there was this interview of Dave Mustaine talking about the cover. So let's see what he said.
On the new album, we recorded Ride the Lightning, and the reason we did that was obviously it's the song that I had a lot to do with writing it.
Of course, he had a lot to do with writing it.
And James and I, when we were working on the song, it became clear to me when James first started playing guitar how good of a guitar player he was. And I thought it would be really cool to close the circle, to show respect, to play the songs that
I don't really think that this is for playing respect to Metallica. But yeah. Let's finish the video.
I've written with Metallica and to honor our friendship, even though it's been strained and ruined from emotions over the years when we were not necessarily friendly. But one thing I've always had is I've always had a tremendous respect for James's guitar playing and Lars's songwriting.
I fucking love the way he specifies that his respect for Lars is a songwriter, not as a drummer, and the way he avoids Kirk. Dave is fucking awesome, man. Let's see that part again.
But one thing I've always had is I've always had a tremendous respect for James's guitar playing and Lars's songwriting. So
Lars is a songwriter.
It was cool to do this and add it to the record. We sped it up just a little teeny bit.
Hell yeah.
And we kind of played around a little bit with the solo. And
well, that's all for me. It will be awesome. A little bit faster and with Megadeth solos. I couldn't ask more.
Timo and I both tossed it back and forth to each other. So you might hear a little bit of some differences with the tempos. And of course, I sing different from James too.
Yeah, we know, Dave.
Once again, it was about completing the circle and just showing what James and I as guitar players did to change the world.
Well, I would say that there's not more information about this than that interview about Dave talking about the cover. So now let's try to make an idea of what this cover would sound like, taking as an example the example we already have, Mechanics and the Four Horsemen. Well, if I'm not wrong, for the Four Horsemen to sound like Mechanics, you should put like 130% faster. So let's try with Right Lining to see the result. Well, the original song is like this. This next part would be something like this. So well, now I'm gonna record it complete and also tune it down because Megadeth is playing D standard, so I guess it will be tuned down too. So let's see the result. that was my small version of Red Lightning Megadeth cover. So now, what I think about this, I think that in first place, it's amazing to can listen a Metallica song played by Dave Mustaine and Megadeth. It's something awesome. I think that I will like way more this version than the original song. Personally, I never thought of something like this happening. I mean, Mechanics is technically a cover, but it was the very first Megadeth album. Dave had just left Metallica when that song released. And the Four Horsemen, in my opinion, is not a very important Metallica song, but here we are talking about one of the greatest metal albums of all time. Ride the Lightning, for many fans, are the top one Metallica album. So it's an important Metallica song played by Megadeth. For example, I never been a huge Metallica fan. So when I was a kid, I first knew Mechanics and then the Four Horsemen. With Ride the Lightning, it's something that would never happen, because if you know Metallica, you probably know Ride the Lightning, at least the name of the album if you haven't heard of the song, So it's something different in my opinion as the Mechanics. And what Dave said about paying respect to Metallica, I don't see it that way. I think that is Dave saying, I will never change. At the end of the day, he being out of Metallica is the reason why he started Megadeth. So I think that is an awesome way of closing the Megadeth era, Metallica was the why he started Megadeth, and I think that is an awesome way of finishing Megadeth. So I love the idea of Megadeth playing Ride the Lightning. I can't wait to finally listen to that cover. I think that when the album released is the very first song I will listen. And I think many of us will do the same. And on the other hand, talking about Megadeth as a business is a very intelligent move, I mean, everyone will be talking about Megadeth when this song comes out. So I think it's a very intelligent move by Dave, by Megadeth, and a very good way to end with Megadeth. Well, that was the video for today. Comment below what you think about this cover, what you think about Dave playing Ride the Lightning, playing Metallica on their last record. And thanks for the support. Stay tuned because I'll be posting way more often YouTube videos. So thank you for the support. Follow me on Instagram and hit subscribe. See you soon.